Hello, Yasemin. I'm so happy to see you, and I'm double happy that a lovely female entrepreneur won in episode 2. And I know that you
Mhm.
passed a very, very tough challenge. And I'm sure that the viewers will agree. I also witnessed behind the curtain and all of these behind the scenes struggles
Yeah.
and theatrical moves and exercises you have in these 2 hours. So today, and the intention of this podcast is basically confessions, Founder Games confessions, where founders can share their experience in authentic way. Because behind what they saw yesterday, there is a person. And if we want to have more people like you, and we definitely want to have in our region, we want to show the real version and the real fears, emotions, everything that went through your head. So be as open as you can be and you feel comfortable. And let's start
Mhm.
with the very basic question. When you saw yourself yesterday on camera, how did it feel?
So basically, I mean, I was really happy because of this episode, because I think, like we had one of the toughest challenges and we nailed it at the end. And it was, it was our first episode, and we were just, like getting to know people well. So I didn't know, like who to choose, but I think, like we made a great choice regarding choosing Eyüp, and we performed really well because they didn't know the product yet and we didn't have a chance to speak, so it was a tough challenge, but I think we managed to survive. And uh, it's also like came with the benefits, I guess,
Yeah,
the
okay.
challenge
Tell
itself.
us more about it. What that means. From now on, you don't speak, you just act.
I mean, normally, like when we do a sales pitch, I'm mostly speaking, and most of the time we are also doing, like phone calls and maybe some video calls. And most of the time, people don't even see our product. And in that case, I think one of our benefits was we were able to show the product, and we were able to show what's the real problem and the real solution, and how Unique Gene can turn this problem into how can I say, a hero product. And we were managed to show that really well. Also, when I just first see the episode, I saw a lot of happy faces, even in the child's face. Like they were smiling, and
Yeah.
one of the women, her eyes were shining.
Yes.
I saw that part, and I was like, okay, that's what I was expecting, and it was also shown in the camera, and I was happy with the result.
Yes. So the thing that you noticed yesterday in yourself while you were watching,
Mhm.
happiness, so proud.
Mhm.
What else?
Mhm.
Like, did you realize something about yourself that you weren't aware?
People say that I'm an energetic person. And
And
it also showed in the like show, because most of the time, okay, we are selling a product, but as a founder we are also selling ourselves. I think that's very important, and our beliefs and how we show our product. And I think I managed to do it really well in the first episode. And also like house.
and also, like, I hear, like,
So
take time.
and
You have time.
Okay. So, and also, I mean, like, people were aware of the product and they wanted to purchase the product in real life. And after the show, some of the people purchased it. And, like, I, as a, founder, it was a success because they were just not interested just for the show, but they were interested in real life and they purchased the product. And it's
Yeah.
also good feedback for us.
Yes, and at the end, you even mentioned something that sales is emotion. and that
Yes.
Nike does that, and that this challenge
Mhm.
basically showed you the potential of your product. Can you guide us towards that, your resonation after the challenge?
I also said that in the episode, but I will just repeat it one more time. Like, I'm a Turkish founder coming to Skopje, and it's a whole different language. And maybe it was a chance for us to do it and to present it without any words. So even without words, with the correct presentation, we can sell the emotions and sell the real value of the product. And we really show that in a very good way. And sometimes, like, the kids cannot maybe speak in English, but they were all able to understand what we were trying to sell.
Yeah, yeah. And you're basically, when selling, speaking to each, because emotions are connected with the child, with with
Yes.
that kid. So that's the best way to sell. So you're speaking to all
Mhm.
of children inside those people. So it's good. Now I will tell you something behind the judging criteria that wasn't open. So for you to be aware. So the judges, they saw
Mhm.
both of the results. So it was a clear winner in your category group. And in the other group, Dennis was the winner. And
Mhm.
he even also meetings, etc. But and we discussed this with Dennis also from the Redeem
Mhm.
Voices, is that the judges decided that you are the one that should win because of the creativity, and that
Mhm.
you had the hardest, the toughest challenge. Some of them agreed, but they definitely agreed that it was
Mhm.
tougher than Dennis. And at the
Yes.
end, the interesting part is that you created better output because you had harder challenge. So
Mhm.
what's your opinion on it? Because maybe if you had an easy challenge, you
Mhm.
would have considered yourself lucky at the beginning, but at the end you wouldn't have been maybe the one to win. So what's your
Yes.
opinion on this in life? Like, and I know that you're a sports person also.
Mhm.
So
Like, I like challenges as a sports person. And by the way, I totally agree. Uh, this was one of the hardest challenges because we are in Deniz. We are open to do that kind of sales pitch in 3 minutes. We also have like a elevator pitch deck, so it's only 1 minute. So he was, very okay with 3.5 minutes. I can also do in 3.5 minutes. So it was a, I think, easier challenge. But at the end, us getting the harder challenge is an advantage for us. We did a very bad theater show. Like, I cannot compare it with professionals, of course. But the thing is, people were laughing, like, we showed them an emotion. And at the end, I think most of the people left the home with saying, that was a really nice show. So that was also an important. And unique gene has creativity because it's a genetic test, and you need to be creative around the way that you speak with people. Most of the time, if I talk like a scientist, people won't understand me. So I want to left this part of me. I just want to be more in the sales side, and I just want to be more in the sports person side, because I think it's easier for people to understand the product
yeah,
rather than just in
I
scientific.
yes, yes, and I want exactly to talk about that because I know that you have this triangle. So you have this
Yeah.
sportive person. Please tell us more about the sports. Then you have
Mhm.
the founder personality that we saw, and then you have this third personality. You're a scientist. So it's
Yes.
like, how do these three sides? Like, please share more about your sports arrangement that you had before, and I know that you have now, and then also about the science.
So my background is I'm a molecular biologist and a geneticist that I never told in the first episode. But actually, like, I did my master's degree in biotechnology. I did my MBA. So there's one side of me that is a founder. And there's another side of me that does, like, professional tennis for more than 10 years. I also do semi-professional sailing right now. So I joined two races. I do like CrossFit, high rocks, other kinds of sports, every kind of sports. So I wanted to combine what I love with my how can I say, my passion, let's say. And I think it worked well for us for Unique. And maybe I can also say that, for example, in our logo, there's a butterfly. I've never told these in the episodes, but do you know why it's a butterfly?
Because it evolves, it was or not. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ah,
I mean,
okay.
there's a butterfly, and like every butterfly wings is unique, like our fingerprints, and it starts with a caterpillar, right? You don't
Yes.
know what kind of a butterfly you are going to be, and there is one phase that it turns into a butterfly, and it's in this case it's a swap that waits, and then you get the result and you are ready to fly.
Wow, I love it. It's actually
Yeah.
great. Yes, yeah. So let's get to the side of the adventuristic part of this butterfly
Hmm.
in the sense you. I know you were telling me a very crazy experience with the sailing
Yeah.
once when you were left there at the sea. So, and I think this is very important because viewers will understand with which adrenalistic and risk-taking person we are talking to and why you are so open into jumping. No words. Good. Let's do a
Mhm.
theater. Fine. I was left at
Why
sea
not?
alone. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, as a sailor, you have to overcome lots of challenges, and it also involves maybe, some additional risks when you're doing sailing. So that's why I'm very used to challenges and how to overcome them. And for example, you might have a very good wind, but sometimes you don't have that wind and you have to wait. But instead of just waiting, you have to keep pushing on different things in order to reach where you want to become. And it's very similar to startup, actually. So if there's no money in that case, in our case, we have to know how to survive. But if there's any other challenges that we have to overcome, we need to find a way. And it really showed how we can overcome those challenges in the first episode. And I think it's not just about how we build stuff, but it's about how we overcome things as a founder. This was also very important in this episode.
Yeah. Tell us a crazy story about the sailing that I know you have.
So, like, we were with our friends, then they wanted to purchase a very small, like a catamaran, hobby cats, maybe people know. And we wanted to do like a sailing camping experience. So we had our camping tents and everything. But at the end, we didn't have enough wind and we were stuck in the middle of the ocean. So if you don't have enough wind, you cannot go anywhere. And since it was a very small catamaran, we had to wait for like 2-3 hours, and we called people. They tried to reach us, but they couldn't manage it. So, like, we had to survive for 2-3 hours in the water. And there are
Oh,
that kind
in
of
the
crazy
water.
challenges. Yes.
Yes. Good, good. I can imagine. Was there a part that you saw
Mhm.
it now, yesterday, I mean, and
Mhm.
that you felt like, oh, I wish I could have done differently? Something.
Maybe, we could prepare the presentations better in terms of how we created those images. Maybe it could be
Mhm.
more engaging with the customers. But rather than that, I think we made a really good connection with our team. That was very important because since it's not their product, so they don't have to help that much. But they just said okay. I mean, it's very hard for people to say okay to engage with your product, and we managed to do it. So I would just prepare the slides in a better way. There were some comments about including the legal stuff and how we protect the data. That was also good comment, feedback. But since we were not able to speak, I didn't want to mention the, negative feedbacks in the people's mind, so I can answer them after we do the sales, or in that case after we did our presentation. I think it was a overall nice presentation.
I'm back. I just lost you. Something happened.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope, yes, I hope it didn't stop because it takes usually. So you were saying, I
Mhm.
heard you last that attention.
Just a second. Maybe I will also change my internet connection. Is it better now, Sanya?
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
think it is.
Okay.
Let's, yeah.
Mhm.
So you just mentioned the
Mhm.
data that one of the judges, Timmy,
Mhm.
actually pointed about that you could have mentioned about the data issues, etc. So
Yes.
what do you think about that?
So basically, people want to trust, and I really understand why he made that comment. And it's a very important thing. But like we cover all of these data protection thing. But since we were not able to speak, I didn't want to mention some negative thoughts that might come up to us. And since we cannot answer that, it will be maybe negative
Yeah.
feedback for the customers. So I just want to make sure, uh, when you purchase Unique Gene, how will you get the results, and how it
Hmm.
will actually like be better for your lifestyle.
Yes. Yeah. If your app during the episodes, people
Mhm.
just saw your eyes, what emotion you think they would have seen?
I think um, I think in the customer's eyes and also in my eyes, you can see the spark, like how I feel about our product and how about the process. So people will feel happy, and I think they will try to promote our product. It's something that once you share it with the people, if they see your spark, they also want to share it. And in that case, people, I think, really felt that way.
Yeah. And let's get back, I mean, because you've
Mhm,
mentioned that selling with emotion, and basically
mhm,
even with emotion and pictures or movements, videos without sound
mhm,
actually works. And you were the best proof of it. How do you think this would impact in prejudice? I mean, now seeing from a business perspective, where when you enter different nations, different
mhm,
races, different, like all of these different people. So how
mhm.
do you think the businesses can benefit from this?
I think we have a really nice word of mouth effect. So when people talk about our product, they are getting curious and they are getting interested. And without any words, we can show the emotions. So that means that we can sell globally. I also mentioned in the episode, but I think it's very important because at the end, we are a startup and we want to go viral, we want to go global. In that
Yeah.
case, Unique Gene can make it. And since we share different ethnicities, but we share some, we share a very special DNA data. And
Yeah.
in our case, it doesn't change.
Ah, good. Maybe you can be the first startup that will do campaigns without words,
Maybe,
something
I
like that.
mean, why not?
Oh, imagine doing pitch to investors only with like photos. That's it. Just photos, emotions of people. No,
Yes.
and the money in their eyes.
I mean,
Okay. Yes.
that's a good
And
point, by the way.
yeah, and
We can do something like that.
when you explain you invest 10,000, so you give 10,000 and then you picture with 10,000 they can buy 10 houses and then you just then you just film many houses put them in a
Yeah.
house. Okay, yes. Now going to the personal part, like the
Mhm,
most personal part. What did no communication taught you as a person? I mean, no words. For
mhm,
Yasemin now, not as a founder, just as a
mhm,
person. What did you learn during this challenge for you?
mhm. So, like, I travel a lot of countries. One of Yasemin's side is she's a traveler. I'm a good traveler. And in that case, when I travel, sometimes you don't speak the same language with people. And people might see it as a barrier. But from my side, I also showed myself that the language barrier is not a barrier for me at all. So even like I cannot speak Macedonian, even some of my heritage coming from North Macedonia, by the way.
Really? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, like my grandfather. So I can show the feelings. I can show why it is important to people without saying any words. And I think that was the main important thing for me.
Yeah, good, good. Now, at the end, I'm going to read you three sentences and you will be
Mhm.
just finishing it. Okay?
Okay.
So, the first one, the founder games taught me that.
The founder games taught me that every situation can happen. And
Good,
you have to experience it.
to believe it.
Yes.
Good. The hardest part of being silent is.
Um, can I be silent in this? To
So,
not able to say what you want to say. The hard part was that.
yes, as you said now, can I be silent because I cannot express myself
Yes.
with words? So it's like, good. If I could speak to my episode 2 self now, I'd say.
Congrats, Yasmin. I mean, you show a good work, and I hope it will continue in the season. So I will overcome lots of challenges and show people how important our product is.
Great. Thank you so much. Yes, I mean, that's it. I mean, if you don't want to add anything else, do you feel like you want to add something that we missed and it wasn't shown on camera well?
No, I think everything was clear, and I hope people are also interested to see us in the next episodes. I had really
Good.
fun.
Great. Thank you, dear. Enjoy the day.
You
Yes.
too.